What's up guys? I've been thinking what kinds of videos should I start with my new YouTube channel, and I thought it'd be great to talk about myself, what's going on with my life at the moment, and how I feel. So let me introduce myself first. My name is Hyunjin. You can call me Hyun if you can pronounce it. I'm from Korea. If anybody's wondering which part, I'm from South Korea. I've been traveling since I was 19 and lived in few different countries, like in the Philippines, Japan, Canada, and Australia. I've lived in Australia almost 6 years, and now I only have 3 weeks to go back to my home country, Korea. Maybe for good, maybe not, who knows. So let's get started with my original plan. I plan to go to school in Australia and try to get the permanent visa like everyone else doing here. For that, I lived in regional area more than a year to save money. I used to work 10 hours Monday to Saturday, which was very tough. And the place that I live was such a shithole. There was nothing in the town. I also didn't have lifestyle and sick of doing the same shit at the job. What made me keep pushing myself though, I had a goal that I want to go to school and live in the city that I've always wanted to live. But things are changing. It doesn't always go as you planned. And guess what? I quit the job, which wasn't on my plan. Like, the situation and timing wasn't good that time, so I quit it. And since then, I feel like I fucked up the whole plan. Right after quit, I didn't know where to live, wasn't sure what kind of job I need to get, and how I'm gonna save money for school again. I didn't tell it to my family for the first month because I didn't want them to worry about me. But it ended up I told it to my mom about everything, and she said, why don't you just come back to Korea? And I was like, I can't just go back to Korea like this, that I still have things that I want to do in Australia. And my mom started to talk about my grandmother, that she doesn't feel well and you really never know when she will leave us. And that made me so scared. Isn't it scary? I've lived with my grandmother since I was little, literally my entire life till I left Korea. I can't imagine that she won't be at home when I go back. It's so sad. And she also talked about, why don't you help my father's business? I kept back and forth between my decisions and was thinking which decision is the best at this point. And yeah, I made up my mind to go back to Korea. Now it's exactly 3 weeks before I go back, sitting here and talking to you guys. How I feel about it? I feel so nervous, anxious, depressed, and so sad. People probably don't understand why I feel anxious or nervous that I'm going back home. Isn't it a good thing? Yeah, it's a good thing that I can spend time with my family and friends. But I can't stop thinking that I'm a loser to go back home like this. I feel like I've done nothing for the last few years. I didn't go to school while I'm living in overseas, don't have a professional job, or didn't save a lot of money. Most of my friends back in Korea, they have their own careers, getting married, have their own places, and they look like adults for me. why I'm doing this. I'm not jealous of what I don't have. I just feel like I get judged that I don't live like other people. You know, there are rules that set by the society that this is good life. And I don't fit in that. It's funny as a Korean who are born and grown up there that I don't feel free physically and mentally. Talking about not feeling free physically is, I hate people talk about my appearance, especially old generation. They will definitely talk about my piercings, tattoo, or outfit, which I feel uncomfortable, and high chance when they talk about it, it's not a good thing, you know. Man, I have such a bad self-conscious back in Korea. Also, I feel selfish that I still want to live in Australia doing what I want to do, even my grandmother doesn't feel well and my family need help. Don't get me wrong, I do love my family, also proud of my country. It's just me. I'm the weirdo. I know nothing will be changed even I'm worried about it. And it's also stupid that thinking about the things that haven't happened yet. But I can't stop. My mind is freaking everywhere. And I get so emotional easily and cry a lot. And there's one more thing that I'm worried about is I don't want to do the long distance relationship. I've never planned to do that. I'm not ready for it. Like I will be never be ready for the long distance relationship. And I feel sorry that it's me who made us to do the long distance relationship. I'm just so sad that I never know when I can meet him again, or what if we can't see each other again after a few months or a few years, and which country we're gonna live in the future, etc, etc, etc. It's just a bad never-ending cycle of overthinking. Now I'm talking about everything on the camera, just laughing and smiling, but trust me, I've cried every day when I start to think about my grandmother or leaving Australia and Darius. Oh no. Well, at this point that I already decided to go back to Korea, I just hope that I can find a balance between the desire to be with my family and pursuit of my own dreams. Maybe this is the life. It's just full of uncertainties, and that's why it's fun. Fuck's sake. I just try to be the present, appreciate those who share it with me, and let it flow. Who knows, it will lead me to a good way, and someday when I look back, that's why it happened, you know. And this is it, guys. Thank you for listening my long and unorganized story. I hope you guys to be part of my journey back in Korea. Cheers! See you again!